Getting closer now, it's the 11th of December and welcome to another day of our CADvent calendar. We're back on Autodesk Revit today and what we're going to be looking at inside of Revit is how to start drawing a little bit more. We're going to be looking at how to place slab elements, so floors, ceilings and roofs inside of Revit. Let's take a look. I didn't save the last file that we worked together, so I'm back on the last version of this model that we saved. So it's the standard file with a handful of walls, nothing overly exciting. And the first thing I'm going to show you is how to create a floor, which is really straightforward. To create your floor, we stay in the floor plan that we want to build the floor on. So I'm on the ground floor at the moment and I want to create my floor on the ground floor. And it's kind of the same as a wall. It's a system family that is layered and structured. So head over to your architecture tab, and this time we're going to choose to create a floor. We still get our lines, arcs, circles, squares, so on and so forth, but we also have a new one, pick walls and pick lines. These are going to be used in conjunction with whatever floor type we have selected in our type selector. Once again, they work the same as a wall. So if we go over to our edit type, we can see the structure and we can edit the structure should we need to. So with the type of floor that we want to work on selected, I'm going to use pick walls. That allows me to hover over and select walls that exist in the model. And I'm just going to be really lazy. I'm going to hover over this wall and press tab to select all of the external walls in my model, and I'm going to click. Revit should automatically pick up based on where your mouse was, whether it's going to select, in my case, the core or underside the finish. I do want it to be into the core of the wall here, so that is absolutely fine for what I'm drawing. So I'm just going to go ahead and press the tick. And if we go ahead and look on a 3D view by pressing the house at the top on our quick access toolbar, we can see that it is placed a floor. Lovely. Let's show you the same thing for the first floor. A little bit of a stutter there, that was fun. So let's go to our first floor and we'll do the same thing. So we're going to say create floor. This time I'm going to choose like an upper floor, like maybe a timber floor. And I'm going to pick, once again, pick walls. Hover over, press my tab and press my mouse. Again, because I was hovering over this point in time, it's picked up the, this point in the model, it's picked up the finish face here and it's placed my timber underneath my plasterboard, which again is what I want, but I can change that by pressing the arrows here. Now, because the wall is underneath the plasterboard, Revit's going to do something fun. It's not really fun, it's clever. If I press the tick, it's going to say, would you like the walls that go up to the floor to take material away where necessary? Yes. Attach? Yes. I'm just going to create a section. Don't worry about following me along in this case, but I'm going to choose section and just place a quick section view through that wall and change the level of detail. You don't need to worry about this just yet, but you can see that my floor has had material taken away so that the plasterboard runs down to the structure, the joist on the floor, not the finish. Likewise, the plasterboard here has been removed where the structure attaches to the structure of my wall. So little things like that just make Revit really, really easy to work with. And that's how we place a floor. The process to create a ceiling is even easier. Go to ground floor, go to ceiling, choose the type of ceiling that you are creating. I'm going to leave it on automatic ceiling and click 1, 2, 3 times. I can ignore the warning on the bottom right. I've been very lazy there. I left it in a ground floor plan. Floor plan looks down. A reflected ceiling plan looks up. Because I'm looking down and I've placed the ceiling above me, Revit's just saying, oh, hang on, you've placed 3 ceilings, but you can't see them. They are there. I can prove that by saying, there is my floor. And if I select it, you can see my 3 ceilings underneath. So that's how we create a ceiling. Really, really simple. Finally, roofs. Roofs are a little bit more complicated, but still very, very straightforward. So I'm going to go onto my roof level. And from my roof level, I'm going to select the roof tool. We have roof by footprint, which is what we're showing today. It's also possible to do roof by extrusion, which will take a profile and extrude it through your building. Roof by footprint allows me to select existing walls, define an overhang, so let's add maybe a 250 overhang, and choose whether or not the roof is going to be sloped. I'm going to say I do not want slopes here, 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 or here, but I do want a slope here. We can define what that slope is, and we can press a tick box for that roof to be created. Now, I had a parapet level here, but maybe for the purpose of this video demonstration, I want to remove that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hover over my wall, press Tab, select my walls. I'm going to say attach the top to my roof. That will attach the top of the walls to the underside of the roof, creating me something that looks like this. My parapet level is going to now be irrelevant for this project, so I'm going to select it and I'm going to delete it. Also deleting the views that are relevant to those objects. And that is as simple as that. That's how we create floors, ceilings and roofs inside of Revit. Again, a whistle-stop tour, but take a look at our YouTube site. We've got a whole load of other videos that go far more in depth into every nut, bolt and washer around wall creation, wonky walls that are slanted, all sorts of different bits and pieces. But for this video, it is that straightforward. That's how you can start creating walls, floors, ceilings and roofs inside of Revit. Thank you ever so much for joining us. The next session on Revit is 2 days' time, so not tomorrow, the day after. And on that session, we are going to be looking at the next steps because we've got walls, we've got floors, we've got ceilings, we've got a roof. So the next thing we want to do is start placing some stuff in our building. Stairs is the next one that we're looking at. Look forward to that immensely. So until then, take care and we'll see you in a couple of days. Goodbye.